Are you still clinging to those nagging doubts about Christian McCaffrey? Or are you ready to witness the seismic shift that's about to redefine the San Francisco 49ers' offensive identity? For weeks, a segment of the faithful has been caught in a whirlwind of anxiety, fretting over every snap, every practice rep, and every whisper about our star running back. It's a familiar tune, one we thought had faded after OTAs and the initial buzz of training camp. Yet the worry persists. Is CMC truly back to his electrifying 2023 form? Will he endure the season's brutal grind? Well, buckle up, Niner faithful, because the latest intelligence from the heart of the Bay Area doesn't just quell those fears. It ignites a roaring fire of optimism, hinting at an offensive evolution that could unleash Christian McCaffrey like never before. This isn't just about a player's health. It's about a strategic masterstroke, a calculated pivot by Kyle Shanahan that promises to maximize our most potent weapon while fortifying the very foundation of this championship contending squad. Forget the whispers of concern. The future of the 49ers offense is not just bright, it's about to be explosively run-heavy, and Christian McCaffrey is poised to be the undisputed king of this new, dominant era. The panic surrounding Christian McCaffrey has been, frankly, baffling. While some radio chatter might indulge in doomsday scenarios, painting a picture of every potential pitfall, the reality on the ground, according to those with eyes on the field, tells a vastly different story. Matt Barrows, a voice of reason and insight from The Athletic, recently offered a perspective that should soothe the most anxious souls among us. He observed McCaffrey in practice, noting that while he's not taking a ton of snaps, he looks exactly like Christian McCaffrey. This isn't a minor detail, it's a profound reassurance. The limited snap count isn't a sign of weakness or injury, but rather a deliberate, intelligent management strategy. Remember, this is the same approach that saw him dominate in 2023, earning Offensive Player of the Year honors without being run into the ground during training camp. Barrows painted a vivid picture of McCaffrey's prowess, even in these controlled settings. He recounted a play where Brock Purdy connected with McCaffrey on a deep ball, with CMC soundly beating none other than Fred Warner downfield. Warner, biting on a play-action fake, was left in McCaffrey's dust, a testament to CMC's speed and route-running ability. While rookie Upton Stout made an incredible fingertip-tipping play to thwart the touchdown, the message was crystal clear. The Purdy-McCaffrey connection, whether on short passes or deep shots, is alive and thriving. If he's not back to his 2023 form, Barrows suggests he's pretty darn close. And in the high-stakes world of the NFL, pretty darn close to Offensive Player of the Year is an absolutely phenomenal place to be. We don't need or want McCaffrey to endure another 400-touch season. The long-term health and effectiveness of our superstar depend on smart management, and the fact that he's performing at or near his peak without excessive wear and tear is nothing short of incredible news for the 49ers' Super Bowl aspirations. But the revelations from Matt Barrows didn't stop there. He dropped an even bigger bombshell, one that speaks volumes about the future identity of the 49ers offense. When asked about how the scheme might shift this season, especially with the departure of Deebo Samuel and the current health status of Brandon Ayuk, Barrows' response was audacious. If it changes at all, it might be even more run-heavy. Let that sink in. In an era increasingly dominated by aerial assaults, Shanahan's vision for the 49ers appears to be doubling down on brute force, on the ground game that has always been the heart and soul of his offensive philosophy. This isn't a whimsical prediction. It's rooted in strategic personnel moves and the current composition of the roster. The reasons are compelling. A healthy Christian McCaffrey, the absence of Deebo Samuel, the current status of Brandon Ayuk, and, critically, the significant free agent acquisition of Luke Farrell, a blocking tight end. Furthermore, the presumptive number 1 wideout, Jawan Jennings, is a tremendous blocker, effectively giving the 49ers another tight end on the field when he's out there. This emphasis on blocking, on creating lanes, on dominating the line of scrimmage, points unequivocally towards a ground-and-pound resurgence. The addition of Farrell, a really good run blocker who can handle big defensive ends, is a piece of the puzzle that, as Barrows rightly notes, has likely been underplayed in the offseason narrative. This isn't just about a new player, it's about a philosophical commitment to winning the trenches and unleashing the running game. To truly grasp the magnitude of this impending shift, we need to dive into the analytics, the cold, hard data that backs up Barrows' bold claim. Looking at the 49ers' personnel packages over the last 2 years reveals a telling trend. In 2023, the team heavily utilized two tight end sets. However, in 2024, there was a significant drop-off, almost by half, in how often they deployed these formations. This sharp decline in two tight end usage, particularly in packages like 12 1 RB 2 TEs and 22 2 RBs 2 TEs personnel, which are inherently run-heavy, is a glaring indicator. The signing of Luke Farrell, a substantial investment, makes perfect sense in this context. It's a clear signal that the 49ers intend to reverse that trend, potentially even doubling down on their use of 12 and 22 personnel this season. Consider the 49ers' long-standing affinity for 21 personnel, 2 RBs, 1 TE, thanks to their unparalleled utilization of fullback Kyle Shanahan. They operate in this formation far more often than the league average, which stood at a mere 6% last year. This foundational preference for power running sets the stage. Now, with the renewed emphasis on 12 and 22 personnel, the picture becomes even clearer. These are formations designed to run the ball, to create mismatches, and to physically dominate defenses. The presence of Jawan Jennings, a blocking force at wide receiver, further enhances this capability, providing yet another body to clear paths for the ball carrier. It's a strategic chess move, designed to exploit defenses that might be caught off guard by the sheer commitment to the run. What does this mean for Christian McCaffrey, the centerpiece of this evolving offense? It means opportunity, efficiency, and potentially a longer, more impactful career. Last season, we saw Deebo Samuel taking punishing hits in the backfield, struggling to find easy lanes, with screen passes often stifled. That kind of usage, while showcasing Deebo's toughness, wasn't sustainable for consistent offensive flow or player longevity. The shift to more two-tight end sets, the increased blocking prowess, and the creative avenues Shanahan can now explore with McCaffrey means fewer direct hits, more open lanes, and a more diversified approach to getting him the ball. Imagine McCaffrey navigating a landscape where defenses are constantly guessing, where the blocking is so robust that he finds himself in space with regularity. This is a far more sustainable and effective way to utilize a generational talent like CMC. Of course, none of this works without a healthy offensive line. Ben Bart, Dominic P.Y., Colton McKivitz, Trent Williams, and Jake Brendel, their consistency and durability will be paramount. If this unit can stay healthy and perform at a high level, providing the consistent push needed for a run-heavy attack, then the vision becomes reality. The combination of a dominant offensive line, the strategic deployment of two tight end sets, and the sheer talent of Christian McCaffrey creates an almost unstoppable force. Defenses will be forced to play the run, opening up play-action opportunities and keeping them off balance. This isn't a call to abandon the passing game entirely. The 49ers will still air it out. But with current wide receiver injuries and the clear personnel investments, every indicator points to Matt Barrows being absolutely spot on. The 49ers are poised to unleash an even more potent run-first attack, and Christian McCaffrey is set to be the primary beneficiary, turning potential anxieties into a triumphant display of offensive power. The excitement doesn't stop there. Tomorrow brings the highly anticipated joint practice with the Broncos, a crucial opportunity for the 49ers to hone their craft and for us, the fans, to gain invaluable insights. Kyle Shanahan himself has often preferred these joint sessions to preseason games, recognizing their immense value in competitive live-action scenarios. We're on the cusp of learning so much more about this team, about how these new schemes and personnel truly come to life. The anticipation is palpable, and the future of the 49ers, with Christian McCaffrey leading the charge, looks more thrilling than ever. So, what are your thoughts on this strategic shift, Niner faithful? Do you embrace the run-heavy future, or do you still have reservations? Drop your comments below, and let's get this conversation going. If you're as hyped as I am about the direction of this team and the incredible potential of Christian McCaffrey, hit that like button and make sure you're subscribed for all the daily 49ers content. Let's keep the energy high as we charge towards what promises to be an unforgettable season.